Welcome to today's session in physics. Today we are going to discuss a new topic in that chapter, that is electric dipole. I repeat, electric dipole. So the word dipole means di stands for two. So an electric dipole simply means two equal and opposite charges. So we have two equal charges but their signs are opposite. So such two charges separated by a small distance, that arrangement we call as dipole. So electric dipole, it consists of two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. So in the diagram, this shows an electric dipole, plus q and minus q separated by a distance 2a. We have taken it as 2a. Now, there are some terms related to this dipole. See, this point O. O is the midpoint of the line joining the centers of the two charges. So, that point O is called as center of the dipole. So, midpoint of the line joining the centers of two charges is called center of the dipole. So, in the diagram, O is the center of the dipole. And 2a, we said it is the separation between the two charges and it is called as the length of the dipole. So 2a is, sometimes we say it is separation between the two charges, or otherwise we call it as length of the dipole. So half length of the dipole is a. Half the length means it is a. Length of the dipole is 2a. Okay, and the line joining the centers of two charges, you can extrapolate that line to either side with a dashed line. So that line joining the centers of two charges, it is called as axis of the dipole. So this is called as axis of the dipole. So these are some terms related to this dipole as such. Now we discuss an important quantity, physical quantity, which characterize a dipole. The physical quantity which is used to characterize a dipole is dipole moment. So we use the term dipole moment to characterize a dipole, and it is a vector quantity. I said it is a physical quantity and it is a vector quantity. You know, vector quantities, they have both magnitude and direction. So what is the magnitude of that dipole moment? So dipole moment is represented by capital letter P, and its magnitude, it is equal to q into 2a. What is q? Q is the charge. That means both the charges, they are same charge but opposite in sign. So that charge into 2a. What is 2a? Length of the dipole, or the separation between the two charges. So that product of the charge and the separation between the two charges, that's what the magnitude of dipole moment is. So dipole moment is equal to 2aq. So remember, 2a is length of the dipole. A as such is what? Half length of the dipole, and q is one of the charges. And what is its direction? We said it is a vector quantity. So magnitude, we said it is 2aq. And what is its direction? Direction is from negative to positive. So in this diagram, if we are representing the direction of P, so from negative to positive. So this is the direction of vector P. Vector P is directed from negative to positive. So here is negative charge and here comes the positive charge. So this is the direction of that vector P. Vector P is nothing but dipole moment. So dipole moment has a magnitude 2aq and its direction is from negative to positive. And what will be the SI unit of this dipole moment? Dipole moment has the SI unit cm. What is C? Coulomb, and m stands for meter. So this is the fundamentals regarding dipole, electric dipole. So if I ask a question, what is the total charge of a dipole? Total charge of the dipole is 0. But do you think the field produced by a dipole will be 0? No. The thing is this, both the positive charge and negative charge will be producing electric field. So their fields at a particular point, the field due to plus q and minus q at all points need not get cancelled. So even if the total charge of the dipole is 0, the field produced by the dipole at different points need not be 0. At some points may be 0. Such points we call as neutral points, but there are many other points where the net electric field is there. So that electric field we are going to discuss. So before that, so electric dipole means two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. This picture shows the field lines due to an electric dipole. Electric dipole is characterized by a physical quantity called dipole moment, and the magnitude of electric dipole moment is equal to the product of the magnitude of one of the charges and the distance between them. That is, P is equal to 2aq. Here 2a is the length of the dipole and q is one of the charges. The electric dipole moment vector lies along the line joining the two charges and is directed from minus q to plus q. The SI unit of dipole moment is coulomb meter. Now, the field due to a dipole. So, as I said, the total charge of a dipole is 0, but the field due to a dipole at all points need not be 0. So, that's what we are going to discuss, the electric field produced by a dipole. So, in this case, we will be finding the field due to dipole in two sessions. In the first part, we will find the field at an axial point. And in the second part, we will be finding the field at an equatorial point. So, what do you mean by axial point and equatorial point? I will explain. Listen. So, we have a dipole that is plus q and minus q separated by a distance 2a. This is the center of the dipole. Now, this line I said that is the axis of the dipole. So, field at an axial point means field at any point which lies along the axis. So, this is the axis of the dipole. Now, a line or a plane which passes through the midpoint of the dipole perpendicular to its plane. So, I repeat, what did I say? A plane which passes through the midpoint of the dipole perpendicular to its plane. So, if you imagine a plane like this which is perpendicular to the dipole passing through the midpoint, that plane is called as equatorial plane of the dipole. So, equatorial plane means a plane which is perpendicular to the axis of the dipole at the same time passing through the center of the dipole. That plane is called equatorial plane. So, at any point on the equatorial plane, we can find the expression for electric field. That is the second part of the derivation. So, now we will find the electric field at an axial point, that is a point which lies along the axis. Now, let's assume a point P. We consider a point P which is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. So, from the center of the dipole, the distance to the point P. So, this is the point P. So, to the point P, the distance is r from the center of the dipole. Now, as we said earlier, the length of the dipole, it is 2a. So, half the length of the dipole is a. Now, we have to find the field at the point P. So, here to find the field at the point P, we have to use two things. That means Coulomb's law and the principle of superposition. So, Coulomb's law to get the expression for field due to a point charge, and the principle of superposition to find the net electric field. Since there are two charges, both the charge will be producing an electric field at the point P. So, net electric field at the point P will be the vector sum of field due to positive charge and negative charge. So, we should represent the field due to positive charge and field due to negative charge. First of all, let's discuss the direction of electric field at the point P due to positive charge and negative charge. So, from the previous sessions, you know, the field produced by a positive charge, it is in the radially outward direction. So at this point, the field will be directed radially outward. At the point P, the field due to positive charge. So I represent it as E plus. So E plus stands for the field produced by the positive charge. Similarly, the negative charge produces a field here which is directed inward. That means towards the charge. So here the field due to the negative charge is in this direction. It is in this direction. That means towards the negative charge. So field due to positive charge is outward and field due to negative charge is inward. Okay, so we can see that at the point P, the two fields, they are in opposite direction and they act along the same line. So here addition is very easy because since they are acting along the same line in opposite direction, it's enough to find which one is more and the net electric field will be in that direction. Okay, so let's see what is the magnitude of E plus and E minus. So E plus, the magnitude will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q, that charge, divided by square of the distance. What is the distance of the charge Q from the point P? The charge positive Q, it is at a distance R minus A, we can say, because from the center to the point P, the distance is R. So from the charge Q plus Q to the point P, the distance will be the total distance. That means R minus this half the length of the dipole. Half length of the dipole is A. So the distance of the point P from the positive charge is R minus A. So the expression for E plus, it becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by R minus A square. Similarly, if we write the expression for E minus, the magnitude of electric field due to negative charge, that E minus will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by, that charge is the same, then the distance is from negative charge to the point P. So this whole distance, that is 2A actually, but here this distance is R. So R plus half length of the dipole, so that distance will be R plus A. So the E minus expression, it becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by R plus A whole square. So obviously the magnitudes are not equal. So the two fields, they will not get cancel each other, and which one will be more? Whose denominator is less, that field will be more. So which is less? This is less. So E plus, the magnitude E plus is greater than the magnitude E minus. So the net electric field will be in which direction? Will be in the direction of E plus. Okay, and how much will be that net electric field? Net electric field E, suppose we write it as E axial, because we are finding the expression for the field at an axial point. We are writing the magnitude. So E axial is equal to, which one is larger? E plus is larger. From that you have to subtract E minus. So our expression becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R minus A square minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R plus A square. So this is the expression for net electric field. That means magnitude of net electric field at the point P. Now simplifying, you can take that 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q. Q also is common. Then within the bracket you will have 1 by R minus A the whole square minus 1 by R plus A square. Okay. Now on simplifying, we have E axial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q into, within bracket you can expand and simplify. So R plus A whole square, it becomes R square plus A square plus 2ar minus r minus a square. So r square plus a square minus 2ar. That whole divided by r minus a whole square into r plus a whole square. So this is what we get. Now again simplifying, we have 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into, now on expanding, r square minus r square get cancelled, a square also get cancelled, and what remains is 2ar minus 2ar. So minus into minus it becomes plus. So 2ar plus 2ar it becomes 4ar. So q is here outside. So within the inside the bracket you have, on the numerator you have 4ar divided by this. Again you can simplify. This is the same as r minus a into r plus a the whole square. So r minus a square into r plus a square can be written as r minus a into r plus a the whole square. Now close the bracket. So what we have is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into, this I am splitting 4a as 2 into 2a. 2 into 2a into q into r. Okay. That divided by this denominator, it gets simplified as r square minus a square whole square. So this is the expression for electric field, E axial. So what we have, 2 into 2aq into r divided by r square minus a square whole square. Now again we can simplify here, because 2aq is nothing but the magnitude of dipole moment. So we can write this expression as 2pr divided by 4 pi epsilon 0, okay, 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square minus a square whole square. So this is the expression for the magnitude of electric field at an axial point. 2pr divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square minus a square whole square. So the axial field, the expression is this. So we can see what is the direction of electric field. The direction of electric field is in the direction of E plus. That in the direction of E plus means it is in the direction of negative to positive. And you know that is the direction of dipole moment. Dipole moment, during definition time itself we said it is directed from negative to positive. So that direction of electric field at an axial point is in the direction of dipole moment. So direction is from negative to positive, or it is in the direction of dipole moment. So incorporating this direction, the vector expression for axial field, it becomes E axial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2pr by r square minus a square whole square into p cap, where p cap is a unit vector in the direction of dipole moment. This is how actually we write vector relation, magnitude into unit vector. So what is the unit vector? P cap stands for the unit vector. So this is the expression for vector expression for axial field. And this can also be written like this, because this P into P cap, it becomes vector P. That is P, magnitude P into unit vector P, it is equal to vector P. So because of that you can write like this also. So both the ways we can write the expression for axial field. So axial field is in the direction of dipole moment, and the magnitude of that axial field is 2pr by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square minus a square whole square. Now one more point here we have, when the point, that means when the point P it is at far distance from the center of the dipole, or when we have the condition when r is very much greater than a. So compared to half length of the dipole, when the distance of the point RA is very much large, we call that case as short dipole. So that word special case, it is of short dipole. So in the case of short dipole, so when will we say it is short dipole? Short dipole, the word is used when R is very much greater than A. In that case, what will be the axial field? The magnitude part I am writing. So E axial is equal to, so the thing is this, in the denominator, A, R square minus A square. Since R is very much greater than A in the denominator, that A can be neglected. So A can be neglected in comparison with R in the denominator. So the expression becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 2pr divided by r square whole square, that means r raised to 4. A square we have neglected. So 1 r get cancelled and we have the expression 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2p divided by r cube. Or for a short dipole, the vector expression E axial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2 vector p divided by r cube. So this is a very important expression, and this is the expression which we need to use in most of the calculations also. So the axial field due to a short dipole is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2p by r cube. Okay, and the axial field is in the direction of dipole moment. So that is the case with electric field at an axial point. So very important point to remember, that when will you say that or when will you call a given dipole as a short dipole? Short dipole means when R is very much greater than A. Only this much for today. With this we conclude. Thank you.